Hello, Wanda here. I am getting set up here. I'll wait for you guys to jump on with me. Let me see if I can find me in the feed. Hello, Wanda here. How you guys doing? Hi, Joyce and Sally. Oh, I have some fun stuff tonight. Hopefully everybody's in a good mood and happy, and if not, that's okay because I'm going to make you happy. Hi, Pam. I'm trying to figure out how to find myself. I don't know how to use the iPad though. This is my phone up here. The iPad's over there. So yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. I am not techie. Right, guys, how do I find my live in the feed? Oh, it's raining. Sorry, Joyce. Hi, Teresa. Who else is here? Kathy and Deborah. Cindy, hello. All right. Hi, Matt. Let me plug in here, and I cannot find myself over here on in the feed on this iPad of my son's. Okay. Oh, I found that one. It's on a delay, right? So it's probably just not updating yet. Found me. Okay. All right, so I have some fun stuff. I've got a new tool. And what happened here? Hello, that's my ceiling fan. Oh my gosh, there we are. Lord have mercy, you guys. Okay, so let's talk about the tool. We're going to do some fun stuff tonight. I'm going to talk about the daily challenge, a new giveaway I'm going to be doing. I want to say happy birthday to all the May babies, and just catch up and do some Q&A and say hi and check in with everybody. Sorry, Sally, I think I fixed it. Hi, Mary. Hi, Teresa. First time with the live. Okay. Okay, so first I want to say happy birthday to Mary, Belinda, Delia, June, and Jody. If I missed anybody, go to Katie Thompson's post on in our feed. It's also in the announcements for the May birthdays. Add your name there so that you can get on her birthday prize list. She does a spin on the first of the month for the last month's birthdays, and then whoever wins the spin, I send you a present. So we would love for you to get in on that if you're a May birthday. Also, I want to say happy birthday to Rachel, Margie Brody's daughter. And don't forget the daily challenge with Linda Howard. She posts a daily rock for our daily challenge. That calendar is listed in the announcements. And each day she posts her rock and the reminder, and then you post yours in the comments, and that qualifier is to do 15 out of the 30 or however many days is in the month, and that will get you a spin. And if you win the spin, I'll send you a prize for that. I also have a new giveaway coming up, and I'm going to show you the prize for that. And it is a dotting kit. And this is pretty cool. This is substantial, I think. It's got 4 oh my gosh, my brain. Yep, it has 4 of these. Oh my goodness, you guys. A paint palette. 2 sets of paint brushes. A set of standard dotting tools. Morning, everyone. Oh, morning from Australia. Hi, Margie Atkinson and Deborah Templates. Thank you, Deborah. Oh my good God. Okay, it has a set of dotting rods and it has this awesome set of dotting tools. They are heavy and weighted and just awesome. Anyway, so that is the gift for the giveaway that is going to be coming up. So that contest, uh-oh, Sally, I'm sorry. Can you guys see me? Sally's saying she can't see me. There's a lot of S's. Sally sold seashells. Okay. Anyway, so this is the gift here. Oh, and it comes in this beautiful hive bag. Isn't that pretty? So this is up for grabs, and I won't be giving it away tonight, but I'm going to tell you how you can win this. There's going to be a contest posted by the 1st by me, and the topic is calm, stress relief, moral support, self-care, like yoga, incense, and all that fun stuff that we do to help ourselves feel better and relieve stress. I am highly stressed out lately, and I just want to see some things that make me take a deep breath. And so anyways, cheer me up, guys. I'm not sad, by the way. I'm just stressing out. Don't know why. Do some fun self-care things. Post it in the comments of the post that I make, and in 1 week, so the following, what would that be, the 7th? Let me write that in my notes. On the 7th, I will do a spin for this gift giveaway. All right, did everybody get that? International. If you want to participate, that's wonderful. I cannot send this to you, but I can do a Amazon gift certificate. It's not a lot of money, but I can definitely, you can participate, and there is a prize. So this is all, yeah, international shipping is like out of control lately, the cost on that. I apologize for that. But yeah, so I love to include my international lovely friends and family. Okay, next on my list. Okay, let's get into the fun stuff. So this is a fine line painting pen by Loew Cornell. Now, when we call it a pen, it's a little different than a standard pen. Sorry, I'm checking messages here. Not messages, but I'm looking at the feed from you guys. All right, so this is the tool, and it comes with a cleaner. It's can you see that? It's like a needle. Anyways, this helps to keep this cleared out. So if it gets clogged up, you just push it down through there. It's kind of hard to feed in there, but like that, and it will unclog it. It also helps when you're trying to get it started. So I'm going to show you guys how to use it, and it's really reasonably priced. I believe this was less than 10 on Amazon, and I'm just really, really excited about it. Also, this little thing is important. Hang on, don't lose this or your cleaning tool there. They're super important. This covers it when it's not in use, and then if you get a clog while you are using it, you can put it on the other end and push there, and it acts like a plunger to push the air through it. Okay? So now what you want to do to use it, I'm going to use a paint that I made because I love these paints. I'm kind of biased, but Anyhow, you want it to be a high flow consistency. Is that the right word? Yeah, very thin, but not watery. You know, you want to be able to see your paint. So I'm going to activate these watercolors that I made, and I'm also going to show you, this is, thank you Miss Katie Thompson for this tip, Createx airbrush colors. They come in many different colors. You want to look for the opaque versions. They're water-based and they're for like airbrushes, so they are already thinned out, and it's almost too thick even here, but it this is a good black for this pen. They call it a pen, so I'm gonna call it a tool. All right, so you want to have a watercolor brush or a round brush that's pointy, that will let go of the water easily, you know, because you're going to pick up your color and put it in that with the brush. Okay, so we'll just mix these up and get our tool loaded here. Like I said, you don't want it too runny, so less is better. I probably put too much water in there. We'll start with this one, it's thicker. All right. It's kind of a sweet spot with it, so it takes just a bit to figure it out, but once you get it, you got it. So you pick it up on your brush, you don't need a ton, and you basically push it off the side there and it drips down in there. Can you guys see that? Hold on. Is that better? I don't know. Hi, Michelle. So you see I'm just kind of squeezing it off in there. It's about a half full right now. It doesn't take much. I'm just going at it conservatively. Okay, we're full. And then to get it started, oh, it's already going. You just tap, tap, tap. Look at that beauty. You see that? All right, watch this, guys. Prepare to be impressed. Okay, first I'm going to do some samples so you guys can see. Can you read that? It makes it really easy to control your movements, and it's very consistent with the line. So it makes lettering a cinch. Hello. All right. Hi, Pam and Barbara and Misty and Christy. Wow. Hey, everyone. All right. Let's, I'm going to show you some just hand lettering, and then I'll use it in the things I'm going to play with tonight here. So I'm going to write our group name. Can you guys see that? Let me turn on the, is there a flash? Is that better? I really, 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 really love this tool. It is exceptional. And it goes forever. Like, can you see how full that is still? Like this, I used it for a whole entire project the other night, and I was completely giggling the whole time because it takes the hard out of it. You know, there's no, with lining, it just made it so incredibly easy. And I know if you're like me with hand lettering, I don't have a steady hand. So I'm constantly having to scrap my hand lettering, and then I end up going with tracing or rub-ons or, you know, oops. Yes, that Mary said, she brought up a good point. She loves that you don't have to keep loading the pen. That is probably the best part of it. You don't have to go back. You don't have to rinse. You don't have to dip. You don't have to re-wet. It's just done. I'd say the biggest problem with it is cleaning it. It's not horrible, but it's not the greatest. And then figuring out the flow, you know, figuring out the consistency of the paint to use in it. So I have noticed that metallics work really well in this. Like really, really, really well. They flow so easily through it. Matte paints are they're middle of the road, and then paint that is like oil based really flows through it, but you can't get it out of it. So I ruined 2 of these trying to use different types of paint in it, and I followed all the rules, but I couldn't make it. I couldn't clean it. Okay, so I'm not going to do the whole thing because it takes me forever to hand letter. So, but you get my drift there, yeah? It's really, really, really awesome to use. And I'm going to change the color here so you can see how you can go from one to another. And I'm going to show you how to clean it. So, to clean it, like to change colors, it's easier if you have a pipette, some clear water, and make sure your pipette fits down in there and just run it through. See how much is still, and I rinsed it in the bowl too before we did this. It's just, it holds what you think is not a lot is a lot. And then you want to run your pipe cleaner, I don't know, what is that, your poker through it, just to make sure. The paints that I use here, I make them with gum arabic, which is very, very sticky, so you want to make sure that is cleared through your tool. I stuck it in my basin. It's kind of yucky. My water's clean, but my basin's yucky. Anyways, yeah, I just rinsed it like that, and then I flushed the water through it with the pipette. Like you saw, you want to do it until it runs clear. So now it's clear. And then I'm going to load it with a new color. All right, here we go. So you kind of want it to flow off of your brush. This is kind of sticking a bit, so it could be even thinner than this. but I'm going to try this and see. So yeah, you just kind of scrape the side of your brush and that will fill your tool. Let's see here. It's going to be watery for a minute because I fleshed it with water. There we go. See how gorgeous that is? Oh my goodness, I just love it so much. And I just spilled my stuff. Okay. So you can also do like rainbow writing. What I should have done is left one of these letters wet, and then, because you can flow right into it and it just makes the flow go from one to another so simple and easy. Can you guys see the color shift? All right, so that is the tool. Love it. Can't get enough of it. And I've been using it for a lot of things. All right, so the contest coming up, I showed you the gift that I'm going to give for the contest. So tonight I thought I'd go ahead and play with something Zen. You know, this is a symbol for, you know, peace, tranquility. It means a lot of different things. But to me, when I see it, it makes me feel comforted. So I'm going to paint Om with my handy dandy tool. So say you fill your tool and it's too thick, you can water it down. Just get your brush wet, drip water in there, and then stir it around with your little tool. All right, so how I put this on here, this is chalk. I used the diagram earlier, the stencil. And then I printed this out and I used chalk pastel on the back of it. I colored it with the chalk pastel. And then I taped it where I wanted it. And I used a dotting stylus, one of these, and I just colored on top of the pattern. You can see where I colored. That's not pencil. That's actually been etched with this tool. That's why I like using that tool instead of pencil, because there's no graphite. It doesn't get everywhere. Sure, the name of the tool for Elaine. Michelle, that's the great part about it. This tool, you don't have to really have steady hands. It kind of steadies it for you. It's by Loew Cornell, Fine Line Painting Pen. And that's what the package looks like here. And I got it on Amazon. I will link it in the post after I'm done here. I'll post this and link it there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and now you don't want to let it sit too long because it will dry at the tip. If you have to walk away from it, you can wrap it in like a wet paper towel, and it'll keep it from drying out like it just did. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna and I have painted this symbol a lot, and it always is very hard for me because it's a pretty, there's a lot of, you know, lining that goes into this. Also, another thing I learned while using it is it's better if you don't use a waxy pencil when you're doing your, you know, your sketch, because it does clog up the tip. I love how uniform it is. See how the line's very straight. Yes, good point. Always test on paper first. Make sure your flow is good, and that, because if it's too thin, it'll just kind of run out, you know. Definitely always good to test first, so you don't want to ruin your artwork. All right, so once you have it lined, you want to fill it in. You can use a brush or the tool. I prefer to use a brush. To fill in the bigger areas, right? So I'm going to set this in my actually I'm going to prop it in my paint tool, or my paint basin. I got where you put your brushes on the side, it will sit in there. I'll show you. And it won't leak either. See how it's propped in here in one of the holes? Just like that. Now, I'm hoping to use it again here in a minute, but usually you should wrap that with something wet so that it doesn't dry out. So here I'm going to take my brush, and I'm not going to squeeze it. This one has water in it. You know what? I'm going to take the water out. I'm terrible with these. Oh my goodness, I like to get water everywhere. I love the brush. Not too good with this water bit. Okay. So I'm going to paint in my symbol. So tell me, how easy was that lining, right? Deborah's asking, does it take a little practice with the stylus being offset? You know, I thought it would, but it actually just feels really comfortable. It wasn't weird at all. Not for me. I don't know. It just, it's very comfortable in the hand. I don't know what else to say. Comfortable is a good word. I love these brushes too for hand lettering because they do, on their own, they make a really nice letter too. The chalk that's on the design, after you're done, after you're done with your artwork, you can just remove it with a damp Q-tip. Hi, Yvonne and Pam and Helen. So I'm also going to be answering questions too. I'll try to get to them all. If I don't get to them all, I will definitely be going through the comments and answering questions after the live. So if you've got a question, pop it in there in the comments and I will try to answer it here while I'm on. It can be about this, it can be about foil, it can be about anything you've seen me do. I'm not an all-knowing. I just know about a few things, but I'm happy to share what I know always. So if I can answer it, I will. And if I can't, I'll try to find the answer for you. So what do you think? Pretty home? Hi, Helen. Okay. So now that I've done that, I was going to make some paint for some dotting, and I wanted to show you guys how to thin your paint or how to thicken your paint. I'm not going to thicken my paint, but I'll show you an option. What tool am I using and what brand? It's a Loew Cornell fine line painting pen. You see this a lot with auto detailers to fix paint chips or rock chips in cars. You'll see this, like if you were to look up how to fix a scratch on a car, this tool would definitely pop up. You don't see it in the art world a lot, but I'm telling you, you're going to love it. Maybe not everybody will love it, but I'm sure some will. A lot will. Okay. Here we go again. There it is. All right, so I've got some Liquitex Basics acrylics. I would have preferred these to be full opacity, but they're half and half. This little square here tells you how transparent your paint is. If it's empty, it's pretty much transparent. If it's full, it's opaque. So these are in the middle of the road. But you generally want an opaque paint for dots. You can make them more opaque by adding white paint. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to be adding Folk Art Matte. Not a lot, because obviously it will make your paint pastel. Lightens your paint a bit. So I am not an expert on dots by no means. This is just what works for me, and I'm sure there's a better recipe and a lot of other techniques that work better. Like that's still kind of too thick for a dot. See how it sticks to the tool? So to thin it out, I use Floetrol. And let me get the jug. My jug is huge, so I'm gonna have to turn it sideways for the camera. Haha, thanks, Mary. That was Phthalo green. I don't know how to say the Phthalo. Yeah. Say that 3 times fast. All right, so Floetrol. This is by Flood Floetrol. It's the gallon, sorry, so I'm trying to get it in the camera. So this is what I thin out my paint with. I just put it in a little Dollar Tree squirt bottle. And then I add just a bit. And when you're making paint for dots, you don't need a lot of paint. Honest to goodness. It doesn't take a lot of paint to make a whole bunch of dots. Like this is more than enough. Way more than I needed. Now your paint will dry substantially darker also, so know that. Learned that the hard way on paint pouring. So that's how you thin out the paint. Now to thicken it up, you're going to want to use a medium, a thickener, like a gel or a paste. This is a matte gel. So to thicken up, this is Liquitex matte gel. This, I don't know if they sell it in this size. This came in a kit with medium and then gloss, or matte medium, high gloss, and I can't remember the other one. Anyways, it had 3 or 4 in the set. And it's basically so you can try them out, you know, see which one you like. Or if you like them all. Anyways, you just want to grab just a bit, add it to your paint. You know, maybe I'll thicken up a black. No, I don't need a black. What do I need to thicken up over here? Let's do a purple. These are like super transparent. Oh my gosh. Neons are totally transparent and they dry almost clear. So if you're trying to use neons, you definitely got to add some white. For sure. Oops, that's a lot of white. All right. Anyways, so that's to thicken it up, which probably made it too thick, but I just wanted to show you how to thicken it. That's kind of a pretty color even though. So for a dot, you want your dots, or how I like my dots. First of all, get a bigger dotting tool. That's not what I'm doing. So about like that. It doesn't have a large, it doesn't leave like a huge, I don't know if you can see that. It doesn't leave a huge mound. That's with the tool. And then with a dotting rod, you don't press all the way down because that'll leave a strange mark. But when you press down, you want it to just come back down into a pretty puddle. Can you guys see that? Okay, so I say these two are pretty perfect in texture. Let's see. Now we're going to have Easter colors here. Do you guys ever have problems closing these tubes? Oh my goodness. There's no paint in the way and I can never get them closed. Oh, that was way too much paint. Wow, you guys. I'll have to definitely put this palette in a baggie. Save it for later. Thankfully, I have a lot of projects going on. So, and these are pretty primary colors. So, I need Floetrol to thin these out. Usually I go about 50-50. You guys have any questions for me? Anybody having any issues with their light, with their foils? Oh, hey guys, I just remembered I was supposed to address a foil issue. Hopefully you guys don't mind, but I'm going to cap this for a minute and then answer that question while I'm on live for sure. She is having trouble with her foils sticking. You know, they're pitting and dimpling, and she's got the right light, she's got the right glue, she got a beautiful personality, and it isn't for a lack of her trying. So what I would like to do is show her an alternative fix. And you guys might all be interested in this because I don't know if you've come across it, but metallic foils are a pain in the rump. And they do not like to stick. Okay, I gotta find a sample rock here. Hang on just a sec. Sorry, guys. Okay. This is a really big rock, but it's got lots of bumps, so I can show you appropriately. All right, I gotta put on some gloves. So basically what we're going to be doing here is using the UV nail base instead of top coat. The sets by Mac Art and SXC. If you guys have been foiling, you've probably ran across on Amazon. SXC and Mac Art have a foil set, and it comes with like 2 packs of foil, 2 glues, a top coat, a base coat, and a matte coat, usually. So we all have the matte coat and the base coat, right? I'll bet you guys have them. Here's something you can do with that. Let me grab those. And glue. Okay. And my mask. PPE, guys. All right, mask on. So for foiling on a bumpy surface with a metallic foil, it is really hard sometimes to get it to work appropriately. So I'm going to try to intentionally make it misbehave, okay? And I'm also going to put a base coat over here. So here's what we do. We're going to cure that, and then I'll put foil on the one side. So when the metallics go on a rock, generally what will happen is any unevenness in the rock will result in the foil not sticking in the dip, you know, and in those areas. Then there's also the temperature problem with metallics. For some reason, the glue in the rock, if they're cold, will cause problems, and the metallics just won't stick at all. And then some transparents do the same thing. So this base coat, Katie Thompson, thank you also for doing figuring this out. This base coat trick fixed it. At least it did that time. You know, every time I get on here live and try to show something, it does opposite of what I'm doing. So let's see. So you got your foil on, right? See that? That's what she's having trouble with. So her foil is not sticking properly. which is totally what metallics do. So first of all, when you're working with a metallic, you want to peel it off extremely slow. Very, 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 very slow. And you want to have either a silicone tip nail tool or some Q-tips on hand, something soft that you can put the foil, you know, make it do what you want it to do. Force it in there. Now I put this glue on top of some really big dips, but so see, it's still not working. Okay, so this is the problem she's coming up against. So the fix is base coat and then cure it. Okay, cure the base coat. Then put your glue on top of the base coat. Basically just like if you were getting your nails done, right? And I don't recommend using the glue from the bottle. Don't do that. Use it with the brush, disposable brush. And then torch your glue. It does two things. It warms it and it gets rid of the bubbles. That much, that's all you need. Just for a second, you don't want to cook it. Give it a cure. Also, remember temperature. So you want your rock and your glue to be as close to room temperature as possible. If you keep your room at 68 degrees, you're going to have trouble with your foil. I keep my house at 70 and I borderline have trouble with my foil. So I keep my glue in my pocket or in my shirt. I'll just say that, you know, tucked in there. So it'll stay warm so that it's flowing nicely. There's no bubbles and it's not acting weird. Of course, now my glue wrinkled. Lord. That's okay. Let's see if I can make it work anyways. So, I'm sure you guys have noticed that your glue will wrinkle sometimes. Sometimes if you put it on too thick or the temperature, and you see the wrinkle? Yeah. Okay, so try this again here. And when you pick it up really slowly. I might have to go at it again. Bad example. It's better, but not perfect. Tons better, but not perfect. Can you see the transfer? All right, give me one more chance, okay? This is the matte coat. I'm also gonna try that as a base coat. You gotta give everything a try, right? Okay, this is the base coat. I did a rock the other day and I used the matte top coat on it and it's gorgeous. Can you guys see this right here? That's with matte top coat. In this here, or see that bottom under there, under these, that black is matte top coated. It looks so awesome. And it's finished, it's totally sealed. Like if you were to use UV resin, it's totally sealed like that. This isn't going anywhere. So that matte top coat's really pretty. I was doing a sample rock, seeing how like the holographic pigment powder mixes with top coat polish and what matte and gloss, and you know, I was just playing around. Okay, so this is matte top coat. See how it doesn't have a shine? I'm going to use that as a base coat under the nail foil glue. And then this over here was the base coat, and I'm putting the foil glue on top of it. We're going to try both of these to see if we can get a better result with the foil. And then sometimes the foil is just seriously a problem. And I'll show you guys, this foil in particular is not that great. See how it just comes off on my fingers? Sorry. So, see that? It just rubs right off on my fingers. That is terrible foil. And it kind of disintegrates when you're, you know, when you're cutting it. Like, watch. See how the foil kind of comes off? But it is beautiful when it goes on right. So let's see if we get a better transfer here. I'll try that one there. I can already tell these are going to be good. Okay. There's a big dip there, but on the other parts, I think they're going to be really good. So you want to take them off real slow. This was the base coat and the top coat. Move it really slowly. Can you see there how it's not laying down at the end there? So you want to lay it back down. Make it go in there. You're the boss. Make it do what it's supposed to do. And then, if they just won't work, my recommendation is to make your own metallic foil. That's why I use the transparent ones so much, because they make everything metallic. So use your paint as you would, and then use the transparent foil, whoops, on top of your paint, and there, voila. See, that's a lot better of a transfer. Let's try this one. I have a feeling the matte coat's going to be better. Yes, better than the base coat. Okay, comparing the three, texture-wise, can you see how smooth the matte? So that was matte top coat first. Then nail art foil glue, then the foil for this one that gave us the best transfer. This one's better and good. It just stayed sticky. So this section down here is kind of smeary, but you can add a section of foil to that and it'll fix it. So now you have a perfect transfer there as well. Hopefully that was totally helpful and somebody got some benefit from it. Metallic foils are a pain, you guys, and I don't use them a lot because they are a pain, but there are some projects where nothing else will work. They are the best answer to. I'm going to be working on a project here starting tomorrow. It is a commission piece, and it is this minus that. So this is the piece. There's going to be a lot of metallics involved here, and I'm going to be doing it on a Santorini, which makes metallic foil work a lot easier. So that is my first recommendation. If you're going to use the foil, if you have to use the metallics, try to use it on a very smooth rock, very, very smooth rock. So this is what it's going to be going on. And I'll probably film it for you guys if you're wanting to see some Grateful Dead come to life. All right, so back to our dots. La la la. I still think it's so pretty, oh my goodness. Let me get the nail foil stuff out of my way. Dots, dots, and more dots. So I'm also going to use my gel. These are Jelly Roll gel pens. and this is the Moonlight collection. And somehow I've managed to lose one, and it's a very light pink color. I don't know where it is. But these are really, really fun to play with. I used them on the Hamsa hand that I made recently. Anyways, they're, I don't know if you can read that, Moonlight by Jelly, and they have a 10 and a moon and a star on the clip there. So I'm basically going to doodle and dot. This is not fancy. I'm not great at dots. Just letting you know. I generally don't do dots in conformity because I like messy dots with top dots. Like the hummingbird that I just did, the Freedom Hummingbird. This one. This is my favorite way to do dots. And Freedom Hummingbird went to a new home today, so it's wrapped up. I can't show you it anymore. So I printed it out to show you. All right. So I'm going to start with, I think I'm just going to draw a circle first. Now I want my liner tool. See, this will show you guys the difference between liner tool and human hand, or my human scary hand. Boy, not a very nice circle there. And don't worry about the chalk, it'll come off easily when I'm done. All right, that'll be good enough for now. Sherry, you were planning to paint and foil the Grateful Dead skull and wings too? Oh, awesome. That is so cool. All right, I'm going to do some loops here. Just basic loops. If your gel pens stop flowing on you, just either write on your finger, hand, skin, glove works really well. I'm going to do 2 sections, and that way I can stay with you guys or show you where I'm going with this, which I don't know. I'm making it up as I go. So let's see, what should we do here? Let's go. Yeah, I'm not the greatest at mandalas, but they're so relaxing, aren't they? You know, because I love dots so much, I'll probably do ununiform dots in my petals. So maybe some yellow. Again, this isn't a like a, you know, dotting tutorial. It's just for fun and relaxation. And it's an example for the contest I'm going to be posting on the 1st of something you can do to show us how you relax with your art or in your house. Like, do you do yoga? Do you meditate? Do you light some incense? Do you read a book? Listen to music? Whatever you do to relax is what the contest is about. So you basically make your rock, or in this group you can make whatever kind of art you want. It can be a canvas, it can be a rock, it can be a photo if you're a photographer. Wonderful. Show us your work. Post it in the comments of the post that I make about the contest about relaxation and self-care. You know what? I'm going to use the dots, right? Use the bigger ones with the paint that I made. Change my mind there. So I make a big dot on the sides. I know you guys are thinking, what an ugly thing, huh? They're always pretty when you get done. Can you guys hear my arm sticking to the plastic? I had a little drop of Floetrol there. It's kind of sticky. And you know what I find really hard about dotting is keeping everything lined up. Do you guys have that problem? I don't know how you do it. Oh. Or the dots, keeping them the same. Or see, my dots are weird. I got crazy dots. Crazy dotty dots. No, I don't want yellow. It's called walking the dots. If you're just learning And you start it at one spot and then keep dotting without redipping. Oops, I didn't do that very well, but they get smaller as you go, so you're walking the dots. And I made a mistake, guys, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to come clean here. These are water-based, extremely water-based, so they don't ever dry to a point where you could take a wet Q-tip and rub around them without them smearing. So this chalk that's around them, I'm going to have to go in there with a microfine paintbrush to remove it. So I should have picked a different medium to mix in here, since it's mixed media with different kinds of pens and paints. So when you're working with these, it's better if you do just these and don't have a pattern unless you're covering it completely. I didn't think about it until after the fact just now. And you know, it's hard to remember the rules on which paint does what. See, this is that transparent paint. It's going to dry. You're probably not going to be able to see that. I should have added some white to that, which I will do now. Anyways, guys, so I'm just going to keep going around my coaster here until I get something that I like. And now I have pastel magenta. So next time I go shopping for my paint, I'm going to remember I want opaque, not transparent. Remember that tip. So let me look at the questions and see if I missed anything. Jenny, thank goodness. My dots are weird. At least I'm not alone, right? Hi, Betty. Hi, Elizabeth. I gotta take off my gloves so I can move the screen here. I'll put this up here so you can see it. All right, I'm gonna put that tool back in the, or the package back here so you can look at it while I'm answering questions. And the tool itself is this. And it comes with the cap. So I'm going to leave it off just for now. And then the cleaning tool, which goes right down in the tube. You see that? And you can put it through either end. Yeah, I can't see that right now, so I'm not that talented. Anyways, be careful when you're using it. It is like a needle. It's not needle sharp at the end, it's blunt, but it's so small that it would still pierce your skin. So can you see that? Loew Cornell fine lining painting pen if you're looking it up. Okay, let's see what I missed here for questions. I got Betty, Jenny, Martino, hello. Sherry. Yes, Sherry, I will be, oh, to YouTube? That's a good question. I could try that. I've never uploaded my Facebook Lives to YouTube. I think I'll try that, yeah. Oops, what else here? Hi, Chelsea. Thank you, Chelsea. Hi, Sandra. And Shay, hello. Okay, Pam Junkins wrote, some of her metallic foils have started pulling off the glue and the paint, just like if it was the wrong side. Oh, that is unsettling. I don't even know about that one. Pam, if you can PM me and send me a picture or actually a little video of your process So maybe I can do some troubleshooting and see if I notice anything going on, or maybe let's look at the texture of your glue. I know that 2 glues ago, I got a bottle of SXC that was thick and it was cloudy, but it worked really, really well. And I thought for sure, because it was thick and cloudy, that it was going to be terrible, but it worked really good. And then the next bottle I got was thin and clear and beautiful, and it didn't work that great. So I don't know what was going on. Maybe they've got it all figured out now, but maybe there was, you know, some age on the glue or temperatures, or who knows. Maybe their formula was changed. They smelled different too. So I've noticed that things are not consistent with nail products as far as, you know, texture and smells and fluidity and things like that. Though these 2 are still the best that I've found. If you guys come across a nail foil glue that works, please tell me, let me know. Or something other than nail foil glue that works better than, or at least as good as, nail foil glue. To not have to use these products would be a blessing for me, especially because I'm highly allergic to them. Hence the Band-Aids. Yeah, so if anybody comes across anything sticky enough. Jennifer White, hello. Let's see. Bye, Teresa. Thanks for joining. So I think I actually answered all the questions. So Teresa mentioned that it'd be so cool to have 2 or 3 of these lining tools so you could use different colors. That's a great idea. And I actually was watching a YouTube tutorial with this tool where a gal did just that. She had, you know, 2 and 3 different colors going. Oh, I was going to show you guys the black. Let me do that while I'm here real quick. This, if you're just now coming on, is opaque Createx airbrush paint. Goodness, guys, you gotta remind me sometimes what's up. Anyways, I'm using the pen here to just make there's a bubble down in there, and it will never come through if the bubble is there. Oh, please go. There we go. That was literally 1 drip, so it can't be full, right? I cannot believe how much trouble I'm having here. All right, let's see if it's gonna work. It's the last paint I had in there. Let's see if it turns to black. Okay, there's the water. We're coming, it's coming. So you basically just have to run it through if you're using it like I just did. It's a good idea to have more than one. So you got to clean it and then force that water through it to make sure it's cleared out. And then you've got to work the paint down through the water. Still thin. It's just a touch, just a tad. Here, I have another project. Let's do some lines over here so you can see. I have to turn off my flash because I cannot see what I'm doing. Okay. This is so cool. I love how easy it is. Oops. Houston, we have a problem. You know what I think it? Yeah, there we go. It went through. Make sure to rinse off your little poker tool. This is chalk paint. I'm thinking it might be scraping it up into the end of this tool. Yep, okay, don't use it with chalk paint. We're learning together. Either that or the paint's too thick. Oh, it might be the black paint's too thick. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna thin it out. Just a drop of water. Good. Oh yeah, that made all the difference in the world. So like I said earlier, that the thickness of this paint makes a huge difference. So you have to thin it out to an inky consistency. So even that's high flow paint for airbrushes, that's still too thick. So whoops, that was my air. Sorry guys. Mixed with chalk paint, probably probably not the greatest idea. Okay, we're changing off the chalk. Remember the tool? There we go. If all else fails, follow the directions. Okay, I don't know. So this paint needs to be thinned even more. It's better to thin it before you put it in there. I thought it was pretty thin though. Okay guys, there it is. That seems pretty thin to me. There we go. So anyways, you can use it with paint. Just make sure you thin it down. Yesterday I used it with regular apple barrel black paint and it did just fine. I was not writing on a chalk base though, so I would definitely recommend not using chalk paint as your base. Or if you do, seal it with something. I don't know what that word is. But yeah, I definitely love this for lining. It worked. You know what, let me try it now that it's thinned out. Yeah. I love how uniform the lines are. The thickness of them, you know. I saw them using fluid acrylics with these. Yeah, who is that? Let me check that question. Jennifer saying, I wonder if fluid acrylics would work in that nifty little pen. Love that. Yes. I saw them using fluid acrylics and acrylic ink. So for sure, definitely, I think, yeah, I think the chalk paint is definitely a no bueno. All right, I'm calling that no chalk paint with the liner pen. So if you have like a spray sealer, like a, I wonder if Rust-Oleum 2X matte would work to stop that, because you know, you could work on that without, why am I having such trouble here? Because I'm live, that's why. There we go. So yeah, keep it off the chalk. No chalk allowed. All right, so that's what I got for you guys. Just a fun new tool that does amazing with my homemade paint. Did everybody get to see it earlier? I'm going to show you one more time how to clean it. I just rinsed it out for those of you who didn't get to see. You want clear, clean water. So I'm just going to use some bottled water. Pop your pipette in there and run the water through until it comes out clear. It's easier to do this over your basin or whatever. This way I can see. And then with these, you know, the acrylics and stuff, you want to really clean off the outside and around. It does not hurt to use some alcohol. It's brass, so it is nice and so that is nice and clean now. Run your poker through it just to make sure. Good to go. And then make sure your poker is all clean from glues, paints, inks, and debris. And it's all over me. But oh, so much fun, right? Who cares? Get dirty. Finger paint. It's good for you. So, some things we talked about, and then I'm going to log off here. Our daily challenge. Don't forget, Linda Howard posts a daily challenge with a picture of her rock. And you, if you would like to get in on that, post your rock in the comments of the daily challenge. If you post 15 or more a month, you will be given a spot on the spin, and if you're picked, I will send you a prize. And then we have the birthdays. Definitely get in on the birthdays each month. If your birthday's that month, put your name on the birthday list, and that's another spin. If you're chosen, I'll send you a birthday gift. And then I run periodic contests. They're random, not really any in particular thing throughout the month. This one coming up is about calmness, relaxation, your own, find your inner peace. It's basically, what do you do to relax? Show me on a rock, on a canvas, in a photograph. However you want to express yourself artistically, post that in the comments of my post that will be going on the 1st or thereabouts. And then that will run for 7 days. I will do the drawing on the 7th. And we will pick a winner. Through the wheel, we'll pick a winner. Nobody's ever based on your artwork. I love to see it, and that's why I want you to post it. Everybody loves to see everybody's artwork, but we don't judge you that way, because I love all art. So don't ever feel like you are being judged for your talent, okay? Everybody, I believe, is artistically talented. So, oh, yep, Jenny. Sorry. Loew Cornell. That's the label. That's the package, and that's what's in it. Hey y'all, Mary's camping and eating marshmallows. No fair. Have some for me. Jennifer White mentioned Arlene's Tacket. I have tried that. I actually have it in my bucket of no buenos. It is a wonderful product, but it doesn't work. It works with foil partially, so if you're going for that look of, you know, like this is, there are certain times when this is what we're going for, right? The portioned partial foil transfer, like that crackle antique look. It works like that. It just leaves too many gaps and stuff. I'm looking for something that will transfer smooth 100%. Oh, also I was going to tell you, what's the other company? Oh my gosh. There's another company that makes these, and they make it in, this is I believe a 0.5. Does it say? I think this one is a 0.5, but they make them in a fine and an ultra fine. The other one, I'm drawing a blank on the maker, but if you do it on the Amazon search, it comes right up. They're both right there in the beginning, and it's a 2-pack. You'll see 2. That's the one with both sizes. All right, I think I got everything. So thank you so much, everyone. I had so much fun being on with you tonight, and I'll see you again next week. Hugs. Mwah.